Your pride comes and fall. Did anyone hear you call as you drove your Volvo into a canal? Oh, this is it. I love you, but I've nowhere else to go. I'm a depressio. I'm a depressio.
Do a clap, do a clap.
Yeah, do the fucking clap for the sing.
Clap. Hello.
All right. What have you done?
I've forgotten the
What have you done?
the mixer. So
What did we spent hundreds of pounds on a mixer.
you spent hundreds of
for
pounds
you
on
to
the mixer.
fucking ADHD come all over this podcast.
So if you are listening, you think, "Oh, they sound a bit different."
Oh, it's because we're talking
recording on
into our phones. I've got so many notes, but why don't we start with your ineptitude? How many lines are you going to write for this?
What do you mean?
What lines should we have you writing? I promise I will not forget them.
Oh, right, you're going to punish me like I'm in school.
Punish you, daddy.
Was that a punishment?
Punish me, daddy.
Was that a punishment in school
Write
to
lines.
make you writing lines?
Write it over and over and over again what you did wrong.
Yeah.
What have you done wrong?
I've forgotten the mixer and I won't do it again, Daddy.
that could be your line.
No, I'm starting the podcast
Woof,
today.
woof, woof. Oh, shit.
So, you know how I said I have sleep apnea?
Yes, yeah.
I have brought along some nasal strips for you to try, which I go to bed with now.
Holy shit, okay.
And the reason why I bought these is because they do help with airflow through the
Okay,
nose.
can I have a look at these, please?
Yeah, of course.
Can I have a look at these?
I'm gonna use one, Daddy.
That's fine. I just want to read the front of this. It says 100% drug-free, 50% stronger. They're not really saying very much, but they are saying some things. Because it seems like I don't know, there's concerns about there being drugs in them.
There's no drugs. All it is it pulls your nostrils apart so you can breathe better, and it works. I don't know if you have trouble.
Oh, okay. No, I do. I do have trouble breathing, actually. Maybe my wife will love you for this. Hold on, let me put my phone down on
I'm
my
gonna
lap.
wear this nasal strip all podcast.
Yeah, well, I'll do the same as well. We'll both wear nasal strips. Do you notice I've worn my Lucky Orange hat as well?
Why does it look it?
Because I don't get that in bars in it.
Make sure, by the way, you put this
All right, hold
nasal
on.
strip, like it says wash hands and where to put it. Look at that little instruction. You
Wash
can't-
hands,
Can't have it too high, too low. You have to have it in the middle.
just right, like fucking.
and it
Snow
actually
White's fucking
works.
nasal strip.
It actually works. Right.
Too high, too low, just right, correct fit. Mate, is this gonna?
I should have washed my nose because it's got grease.
Yeah, what
know,
did you
right.
eat on the way here?
Oh, that's better, dude.
What did you eat on the way here?
I'll tell you after this.
What?
For the audio listeners, we're using nasal strips to get some nice airflow into our nostrils. I look like that influencer, Alex Hermosi, where I've got this idea from. Dude, you've got an oily nose. It's not sticking.
No, I put it in the wrong bit.
Jimmy's applying the...
Oh wow, that's 4K breathing.
It actually works, doesn't it?
Wow, I'm open. I'm open for business, Daddy. I feel good. I feel like Nelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like
Nelly had one of these.
Robbie Fowler, 1990. Robbie Fowler, 94, mate. That's how I feel like.
Do you remember when Robbie Fowler did... Was he the one that did the cocaine celebration?
That's why he put these nasal strips on, isn't it? So he could get more coke up his chonga.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you can breathe now?
I've never breathed like this before. To be honest, I didn't know there was air that was missing from my nose.
It feels like cold air is going directly into your brain.
It's unbelievable.
Nasal strips, mate. They're
No
£10.
drugs.
No drugs.
No drugs, 50% stronger. That might be my new Instagram bio, you know. No drugs, 50%
50% stronger, yeah. There you go, mate. You take some home with you if you want. You're always giving me stuff.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, that's lovely of you, that is. What a gift. I love how they've got an expiry date as well.
Really?
for a nasal strip. I don't. Yeah, maybe the stickiness will wear off.
Maybe
or
there are
something.
drugs.
You've got to put an expiry date on everything, haven't you? Do you know Marmite hasn't actually got an expiry date? They have to put one on legally, but you could just eat. You could find some Marmite from 1941. Probably wouldn't be great, but you could eat it. You
Does
wouldn't
that not? Does that not mean it's got loads of additives in it?
die. I don't. I think it's just because it's made of strong stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's from a different time, isn't it? A different era. I've got an itch right under the nasal strip.
Yeah, it actually does
Ah.
get you. It
Oh
gets you.
yeah, that's got. Oh, what?
No, you just have to battle through the
Battle
itchiness.
through the itchiness. Oh,
Honestly, mate, after this, you're going to have to Google Alex Hormozy. He's an influencer that I watch.
and
And
he's
he has the nasal strips on all the time.
well, just walks around.
Just walks around with it. It's his thing, and he's got his own branded ones.
Does he?
He's
What
got
is he?
ADHD.
I feel like we look more like we've got ADHD today.
Well, you definitely look like you're
I've
retired.
ADHD'd up.
I've ADHD'd up with my
Yeah, you've
fucking
brought your attire. The number 11 jersey.
number 11. Yeah.
What is it? The Lincoln Stinkers.
No.
Is
This
that the
is Golden State Warriors, mate.
Is
This
that the
Klay
ne-
Thompson's number?
Is that the name of the basketball team? The Lincoln Stinkers that you play for.
Yeah, it's the Lincoln Stinkers.
Lincoln-
Yeah, why not?
Shout out to the Lincoln Stinkers. Well, did I tell you the name of the football team that my dad plays for?
What? Still? No.
He plays. My dad plays walking football as something
That's
to keep.
not a thing.
It is. It's something that old men play when they retire.
Walking football.
So he plays walking football, and his team are called the Sleaford Snails.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, isn't
That's
it?
fucking hilarious.
Weird though.
Well, there was my friend showed me talking about sports. He showed me the Paralympics,
Right.
and where no, I don't think it's actually the Paralympics. It was disabled table tennis. I've laughed because of the story.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not
and
because
this-
you're disabled and you
this
play
one
table
guy-
tennis.
Sorry, who's in a wheelchair? And they're both in wheelchairs.
Mhm.
He learnt this one move where he just put shit tons of backspin on it.
Right.
And because they're both in wheelchairs,
Yeah.
like what he'll do is he's hit the ball, put the perfect amount of backspin on it, and it hits the side right next to like the what do you call it, the net,
Yeah.
and it just flings back over his side.
Yeah.
And there's nothing this other because they can't stand up and lean across, and that's how he wins.
That's kind of cruel, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought, but there's no rules
That's-
against it. And this like Chinese fella's just like,
If you were facing them, would you not just be like, "Oh, fuck off"? He's just going to do that spin thing.
yeah, yeah. But there's nothing they could do. And I watched the match, and I was
Nah.
like, that is horrible.
This is where we fix disabled sport, mate. Get you in a wheelchair. Do it because there can't be that much testing, can there?
No.
Surely we just up your table tennis game
Plus
in a
it'd be-
wheelchair,
plus-
get you to the Olympics, and then when he does that, you stand up and just leather it.
Yeah, just yeah.
No
They're like,
rules
oh,
against
shit, what?
no rules against suddenly being able to walk again, is there, fella?
Denounced fella.
Denounced you, fella.
I've denounced you fella.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
that's how
absolutely.
you solve that one. This is fucking itchy, mate. To be fair.
Yeah, to be fair, who's going to say as well, you go into the Paralympics, you're wheeling in on a wheelchair, who's
Yeah.
going to say you can walk? You'd be like, fuck off.
Might have something to say about it.
Oh, no.
We need to get him on the podcast because his story is crazy. That'd be actually class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, how the hell am I going to timestamp this?
But, I mean, that's a problem for you, mate. You forgot the thing. What do you mean timestamp?
Well,
9 minutes. 9 minutes in. Probably
God's
8 minutes
sake.
in. Do you mean so you can remove his name?
yeah.
Yeah, just sort of throw it in there again. Yeah, there we go.
Brilliant.
Do you ever pretend to be a villain for fun? Do you ever like walk around like Woolworths or wherever you shop? I don't know. And
Woolworths?
Yeah, because I imagine you're a Woolies kind of guy. Do you ever walk around and just sort of imagine that you're in a film and imagine that you're the bad guy? And then just think, don't know, hear the music in your head. It's like you're the villain.
No, but tell me more. Have you done this? It sounds like...
Sometimes I fantasize about being the bad guy. Sometimes I fantasize about being evil.
Should I be worried?
Or a villain. Do you not think like... No, I don't think you should be worried because I don't ever act on any of these things. I just kind of, in my head, I play out like normal scenarios. Like I'm in Woolworths, there's a woman shopping.
Where's this going?
Perusing.
Where is
buying
this going?
toys.
And
then,
you want to...
No. I'm like
you
down
want
the
to
end of an aisle.
molest
Like
her,
I'm down the end
and
of an
you're
aisle.
creeping on her.
No.
And you're
No.
fantasizing about this.
I'm not fantasizing about.
You said...
Okay, fine. There's a
small boy.
There's a they them. On an aisle,
Jesus.
perusing, looking at the toys.
Okay, yep.
I'm stood there at the end, bag. Not bag,
But,
with a bag.
yeah, okay, yep.
And then I get the walkie-talkie signal. Okay, go. And then I fucking bag the person and like take them away in like a black sedan.
Okay, so I've got first a question.
And then I take them away to like
Okay,
the
first
villain
question
lair.
is, you've just said, I've got a walkie-talkie, go. So
Yeah.
who are you walking into?
Well, there's just my other
Who's
gang,
that?
my other gang of villains that I've got. The
Oh,
other
so
end of
now
the
you're
walkie-talkie.
a gang leader.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
villains.
No, I'm
Okay,
not a
got
gang
it.
leader of villains. I'm just part of a gang of villains. And our particular thing that day is that we're going to abduct someone. And then I
Like an alien. Got
I
it.
guess that at that point when I abduct them, I get them in the car, take them away, and then we've got them. And I'm the villain. I'm seeing the whole film from the villain side of things. And they're in the villain's lair, and they're scared.
Right, yeah.
And I'm Chinese water torturing them with a drop in the pan and saying things like, you don't
Right.
like the water drops, do you?
Most terrible villain ever. Keep going.
But okay,
Most
well, I'm not
terrible
a very
villain
good
ever,
villain,
okay?
but like, because I'm obviously not a villain, really, am I? That's why. But sometimes I fantasize that maybe I need to work on my villainous.
I think this is something you need to
My
talk to your
villain.
therapist about.
What would you do then if you were a villain?
No, I'll tell you what.
Right. Talk to my therapist about it.
No,
This is really itchy.
I've not fantasized about being a villain, but I do think playing a villain in a film
would be the most
would
fun.
be way more fun than playing the hero.
Yes, exactly.
I have a theory about that though, because I think we're like nice people in more like life that you're a bit bored and you think I just want
I want to be a bastard.
to be a bastard one day.
Who's
Hey, you
your
just start-
Who's your favorite movie villain ever?
Thanos?
Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have never seen the world of Thanos. Thanos and his technical.
What a great spin-off to the
Thanos
Marvel
and his
films.
technical
the world
dreamcoat.
of the world of Thanos.
I've never seen Thanos. So what does, just in a nutshell, describe Thanos to me in like a sentence?
Do you know why I like him?
What does he do?
I guess because
How's he bad?
he's complicated.
Right.
Well, he wants to get rid of half the world or half the universe's like population.
Right.
Because I think in the snap of his fingers he can I think that reverts to get what he wants out of to bring his own planet back to how it was. He needs to
It sounds like
wipe.
Nigel Farage. Is he like a Nigel Farage kind of character?
You're gonna have to
Oh,
tie
send the buggers back!
yeah,
Send the buggers back! Get rid of them!
Yeah,
Half of them!
it's-
Bastards!
it's Nigel Thanos.
Nigel Thanos.
That's the name of the podcast, Nigel Thanos.
Nigel Thanos.
So, right, he snaps it. He wants to snap his fingers, get rid of. That's the whole thing. He wants to Infinity Gauntlet so he can snap his fingers and wipe out the world's population.
Right.
That's what he does in my favorite
and he
film.
gains from that, like he goes back to the good old days. The member berries kick in.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
this is lovely.
Pretty
There's
much in a nutshell.
less
Yes.
people
He
here.
goes back to his home planet.
less of a queue for a
And he-
cappuccino.
Exactly. Well,
on.
exactly that. Because he was done wrong to him on his own. I mean, I'm very summarising this here. I'm
Okay, he
summarising
was
very
wronged.
poorly.
He
He
molested.
was wronged. He was molested. Half his planet got wiped out, so therefore he needs to balance. It's all about balance.
Right.
Balance. But you can't just snap your fingers and get rid of half the fucking universe.
Okay. No,
so-
it's not that easy.
But he does that, and it does.
Wow.
It does revert. And then what does he do after he's done that?
Oh, fucking hell. No
No.
one to serve me a cappuccino
He
anymore.
goes back to his home planet and just farms, because that's
Oh.
how they find him in the next film, where he just went. That's all he wanted to do. He just wanted to do that. So he goes.
So he actually wins. He does his
He
end.
wins.
He does his end goal.
Oh, that's the film name of the
End
next
goal.
film, Endgame.
Thanos' end goal.
Mm-hmm.
And
In
then
Infinity War, that happens. He goes bang.
I've
just wrote a spoiler if anybody's. ever
I
watched.
can't be asked. There's like 50,000 of the films, but there's the scene, isn't there, which I've seen the memes of, where it's like Avengers Assemble, and then somebody's like, "Oh, this is like when Jeremy Corbyn lost the election, and there's a load of people to
Coming through
stop
the portals.
to
Yeah.
stop Jeremy Corbyn getting into office.
Yeah. Pretty much the
The
same, mate.
Nazi cunt.
In Marvel, Infinity War was pretty much a documentary about
Jeremy Corbyn.
Jeremy Corbyn.
Is he in it? Is it at one point does he come out to "Oh, Jeremy Corbyn," and Thanos is like, "I'm going to break you, Corbyn. I'm going to snap your cock off."
But Thanos and
I'm
Corbyn,
Thanos Farage.
and Thanos and Corbyn would be on the same team, wouldn't they?
Yeah, because they're both evil.
Do you not?
Evildoers.
What about you for villains?
Well, mine's probably a bit more. I suppose mine is probably a bit more traditional, but it is from the superhero world. I think you'll like it. The Joker.
I mean, the Joker's a good
But
villain.
is the Joker a villain or is the Joker an anti-hero?
Well, I think lots of people died at his hand, right?
But also
Complex.
in the film The Joker, terrific performance from
Which one?
the man whose name I cannot say.
Wacom Phoenix?
Wacom
Tablet?
Wacom tablet.
Wacom Tablet?
Wacom tablet.
Do you know what Wacom Tablet is?
When you
sketch with.
masturbate.
yeah, it's when you
When you
masturbate.
contribute onto an iPad.
100% you got it.
Yeah, Wacom tablet.
Oh, what did
Contribute iPad.
What did I hear where somebody says, that's my... Well, they had a different word for jizzing. And it made me laugh. I heard it somewhere. I was like, oh my God, I got to remember that. But obviously, clearly I don't. They said it's my treacle or something, my golden treacle coming out. I can't remember. I'm going to have to fucking... But anyway, so Joker's one of your favourites.
Sorry, Wacom, what's Wacom tablet?
Do you know what a Wacom tablet is?
No.
Well, how boring is this for they? So a Wacom tablet is just a fucking art pen that you use to plug into your PC, lad.
Okay, right. And... Right,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah, cool. Whilst we're at equipment, can we discuss cables for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I haven't taken you to Cable Corner in a
In a
while.
while.
In a while,
It's been
we
a
haven't
while.
visited Cable Corner in a while, and
Which is ironic because I forgot most of the cables. So
but one thing I would like to say to you is recently you've got into cable management, so you're no longer a cable apprentice, are you? You're the manager of the cables.
soon
now.
to be president.
Yes, eventually cable president.
That's where I'm working up to, baby.
Yeah, but so what's your favourite kind of cable management? Like, what's the best way to manage unruly cables?
I told you, there's these fucking
Well, yeah, what are they?
Velcro strips, mate.
The Velcro strips, yeah. And in a box, do the cables just remain separated? Yeah.
Well, I've got at home. I've got 2 boxes. I've got a box full of cables for, say, my PC. Then I've got audio cables.
Okay.
Then I've got miscellaneous. I'm quite
Misc cables.
Yeah, misc
Do you
cables.
ever throw a cable away, or are you quite
I find it
protective
very
over
hard.
the cables?
But me and Leanne about 4 months ago did throw. Well, I threw a big box of cables away.
Yeah.
And it hurt me.
Did it? Mm-hmm. Did it
Saying
take?
goodbye to my babies.
Do you know what? When we found out we were having a baby, we had to do a big clear out of the back room, and I had a box of cables that I was like, might come in useful one day.
But that's
and
a
I had
man
to,
thing,
I
right?
had to sit there and go through, and I did throw
It's
away.
no different to a
lot
man
of
drawer.
cables.
Like everybody says, "Oh, I got a man drawer," and it's like that's no different. I've just got I got a cable.
One thing I will say though is I thought, whilst we were doing it, obviously we were having an argument and having a row, and I was like, yeah, well, you'll find out, won't you? As soon as we throw all these fucking cables away, we're going to need one, aren't we? And we won't have it anymore because I've taken it to the tip and I've thrown it in the bin and I won't fucking have my cable anymore. And then in the year and a half since I've done that, have I needed any of those cables? Absolutely not. Can I
Really?
even remember what was in that cable drawer? No, I
No.
cannot. No.
I think
I did throw it away.
it was weird you say that because Leanne literally was like, "I need a cable from a phone," and she rang me, and I was on the road, and I was like, "It's describing to a USB-C cable," and she was like getting frustrated at me. She said, "Just tell me what it looks like," and I was like, "It's USB-C, USB-C." She was like, "Stop saying that."
Yeah.
And I wanted to know what it was, and I was like, "It's like the oval end," and I was getting all fucking love. I loved when she asked me what a cable was. I was like,
Just describing
"Oh,
a
the drawer."
USB-C.
Oh, she was getting all sexy about it. I was like, "You describe to me what a cable looks like, you bastard."
Yeah, fucker.
I was getting rock on
Yeah,
in the car. I was
yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, is it oval edged?" And she's like, "Yeah, talk to me."
Oh, you fucker.
Yeah, bastard.
Yeah. You said before that's one of your favourites. It's a universal.
Yeah,
Universal loving cable.
I mean, iPhone's gone that way. Now, haven't
iPhone.
they?
Well, they've been forced to, haven't they? They've had their hand fucking.
All right, mate. You fucking feeling this air coming in your nose?
Mine
Because you keep pulling it
well,
off, to be fair.
I've pulled mine off a couple of times, like the XL Bully, that it is. Yeah, I think this side's not situated properly. Hold on. Fucking hell, I've got a lot of hair today.
I feel amazing.
I feel like Michael Jordan. Got that much hair. Jesus. Woo! Woo! Woo!
I can't remember what I was going to ask you. You literally said something. You was telling a story about cables. Then you was on about chucking them out. Fucking hell, you said something.
Sorry,
that really made you
I
want-
derailed us.
From what?
Well, if
Villains, mate. We've already.
Fucking remember that,
This has
villains.
gone off the fucking
we
rails
said
already.
you said Joaquin Phoenix. Then you said, you know what a whack on chopper
Tablet.
is? Whack on
Wow.
tablet. Sorry.
I just feel sorry for these level listeners. Like, what are they fucking rambling
Well,
on about?
if they're still listening, then it must mean that we're resonating with them somehow, and they're keeping up with this brand of nonsense. So that's good. But yeah, I reckon the Joker is probably one of my favourite villains. But probably Heath Ledger's performance. But whack on Phoenix, whack on tablet. Also honourable mention because he did a great. He did
No,
it
that film was-
unhinged.
That film was brilliant.
Very sad as well.
The new one's coming out soon, right? Or is it out? I don't know.
I can't keep up, mate.
With
'cause
Lady
there's so
Gaga.
many Batmans as well now, and
Yeah,
I'm
the
like, what have I
Batman.
missed?
To be fair,
the Batman, the
I've-
Buttman.
To be fair, I haven't watched the Buttman.
This is coming off, mate. I'm sorry. It's,
To be fair, like I haven't watched Marvel in ages because it's
I
just
haven't got any hair anymore.
like I said. I've gone back to old shows now, like The Wire.
Yeah, but you started The Wire,
Started it.
dude. Tell me about that.
See, have you
That's
have you done
exciting.
The Wire?
I love The Wire. We spoke
Brilliant.
about The Wire a lot last week with me and producer. Spoke about The Wire a lot last week and the week before.
I've started it, and I think I'm episode 7 on season 1.
Oh, dude, I wish that's one of the programs I wish I could go back and watch for the very first
See,
time
I'm in
again.
that stage.
But I also like, oh, it's beautiful. You're in like the honeymoon period with The Wire.
Yeah, because
It's all
the thing
beautiful
is,
to
it
you.
took me like 4 episodes.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
then
it's
you're
it's a real slow burn.
Oh, then you're in though. After the 4th
Yeah.
episode,
They're growing the
drama
characters.
at the end of the episode. You, oh my god, Jimmy
you-
McNulty. Oh my
McNulty.
god.
Yeah.
Do you know
like,
he's from Sheffield?
No.
The actor that plays Jimmy McNulty is from Sheffield, right here where we film this podcast.
So Jimmy McNulty,
Yeah,
that's amazing, by the way. That's awesome.
yeah, there you go.
So Jimmy McNulty also, because of our friend we have in common who called me up for a job,
Yeah,
he wanted to do a video based around the film 300.
right. And is Jimmy McNulty
Jimmy
in
McNulty's in that.
300?
Which is weird because I've been seeing a lot of Jimmy McNulty. So I'm
McNulty.
like, hang on a minute, he's in The Wire as well as this.
Yeah.
I watched it because of research and I wanted to, so I took a load of notes for 300. By the way, 300, such a good film.
Yeah.
I was like, that lives up still
What's
to this
the
day.
what's the line? The big
This
line
is
in
Sparta?
300. This is Sparta.
Lights as Sparta! And he kicks him in
That's
the well.
That's it. Yeah.
Do you remember
I've watched it once
there's also a scene...
whilst I was
I've
getting a
only
hand job.
watched it once. Really? Is that true?
That's the true story.
That's
but that was a
amazing.
long time ago.
She goes, this is Sparta! And just jacks you up.
Might have missed that bit because of the hand job. But anyway,
One of the good scenes in it, which I totally forgot about,
yeah,
was, when they're asking what their profession is.
right.
They have another army that comes along.
What
to
was I
help
doing at
them.
that point? Oh, yeah. Carry on.
And this other army asks them what their profession is. No, and the 300 Spartans obviously looking them up and down, and the main character, what's his name? The main actor,
Gerard Thompson.
Gerard Butler. It's Butler, isn't it?
Gerard Buttman. Yeah.
Buttman, Gerard Buttman. He asked like what their profession is.
What
goes,
is
"Oh."
your profession?
He goes, "What is your profession?" And they're like, "Potter." I'm a potter man, and it's like, okay. He goes,
Potter.
"What about you,
Harry
sir?"
Potter.
He goes, "I am I don't know, I'm a musician." And then he screams, "Spartans, what is your profession?" And they'll just go, "Woo, woo." I'm like, yes, dude. My bollocks grew by like 12%. I was like, yeah, dude. Even though I'm a fat, ugly mess.
Is that your equivalent to that? What's that program you were ripping on? You said it was like masculinity at its most toxic.
Yeah, but you can't help it because you got like.
What was that program?
I don't know.
You know what it is? Oh, it's on Amazon. Prime.
Oh, you're on about fucking hell.
Yeah, you know.
Jack Reach Around.
Yeah, Jack Reach Around. Thank you.
Jack Reach Around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jack. Is that like your equivalent of that? Like getting all masculine and that. There is something that
There is
about a woo woo. It gets me.
It's
It
like
gets
the-
me. Any
it's-
men listening to this,
It's like the Hacker, isn't it?
you're a little bit more fucking. You're a little
Do you
bit
ever
more
watch the
pent up now.
Hacker
No.
that New Zealand people do before the matches? It's called the
Oh,
Hacker.
the dance, the hacker, yeah. Yeah, no, of course. So
That
I
gets
thought
me
you were
hyped.
talking about like a computer hacker
No,
because that would be more on brand for you than talking about rugby.
no, like the is it New Zealand that do it? I don't want to like.
It's New Zealand, yeah. It's the All Blacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Me suluk masakala." That gets me hype. I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Any of our New Zealand listeners can
They're
you
like,
tell us how the? Well, in fact, let's Google the lyrics quickly. I'll Google the lyrics to the hacker, and then I'll butcher it.
I think it's their own language. I think there's so many different.
Yeah, but it's fine. This is. Let me read it to you in English.
Okay.
For most non-Maori New Zealanders today, their
Oh, they're
knowledge of the
Maoris,
haka is probably limited to the performed of haka called Kamate Kamate, which was composed by Ngati Tau chieftain Te Rupara around 1820. Origin of the haka history, Kamate. Oh my goodness me. There was an English translation. Here we go. Ready? Let me go back to my first gasp of breath. Let my life force return to the earth. It is New Zealand that thunders now, and it is my time. It is my moment. The passion ignites. This defines us as the All Blacks, and it is my time. It is my moment. The anticipation explodes. Feel the power. Our dominance rises. Our supremacy emerges to be placed on high. Silver Fern, All Blacks. Silver Fern, All Blacks. Aye, aye!
There we go.
Yeah, that got me going.
You started going really northern with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
It turned from your normal. Just
Yeah,
then you just
Yorkshire.
went all Yorkshire. Sorry.
Yorkshire. And then
You-
you lads, listen, that'll get you going, won't
Yeah,
it? You just
yeah.
know, you know what I mean.
You are.
When I
On
was
it.
when I was in the office today, my mate fucking Teddy Brookshot of me. Have you ever been Teddy Brookshot?
What is that?
It's a song by Sir Spyro called Top of Top. And it's one of those tunes when it comes on, it's like top of top, top, top of top, top, top of top, top. It just gets me going. But he fired it off at 11 o'clock in the morning. He top of topped me at fucking 11 o'clock in the morning.
You chubba chopped.
And I was like, I'm going to have to go for a walk. He chopper chopped me. I had to go for a walk to calm down.
I need
leave the
to
room.
see this. Yeah,
I wish I could play it to you, mate, but currently using my phone to record the podcast.
would get
Yeah.
flagged anyway. So
Yeah, well, you keep saying this, but apparently YouTube's a lot more lenient than I would care to remember. You've fed me this version of YouTube that's like this horrible beast that's just...
kind of is a little
Yeah.
bit, but
Fuck you,
no,
YouTube.
you was on the phone to me, absolutely on one going. I can't believe they're just getting away with it. Like another
Mate,
YouTube channel.
another podcast listened to an entire album and,
Yeah.
and this is fine, apparently, is it? They and they let all the music slide. They didn't mute any of it. Like
Well,
the
this
amount
is-
of my streams and stuff that have been muted, and these fucking cunts are just getting whatever they want, and that's going to be YouTube are going to push that down. They're going to stifle that because they don't like bad language. They just like things like, "Hey, let's make a program for the children." Well, I don't want to make a program for the children. YouTube, all right? I want to tell people to fuck off.
There we go.
Oh, I'm heated.
You are, yeah. You're coming in so hot.
Well, I've got a confession.
Go on.
I've been emailing your dad.
My dad.
I've been emailing your dad. AOL.com.
Oh, cool. Nice one.
That's right, yeah?
Yeah, but now I'm gonna have to.
That's actually right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for a while, I didn't actually believe that it was him responding. I thought maybe I've emailed the wrong.
It's not at AOL.
Oh, maybe I'm emailing the wrong guy then.
I don't think it's at AOL.
So he moved over to the.
He moved over to Outlook.
No, yeah. You have to censor that, aren't you, as well?
No.
Oh, you're just going to take the whole thing out?
No, we can sense. Thanks, nice one.
You just done it yourself. Right, so anyway, I've been emailing Dad. I'm pretty sure it's him. Maybe it's getting redirected from AOL. But anyway, he's quite interested about the benefits of Botox now. Because I've been emailing him the benefits of Botox. Makes you live longer, makes your cock harder.
Okay.
And I think that we might have to start selling Botox as one of our side products. And I've looked it up online. You can actually do Botox at home. You just need to learn where to inject the face. So basically, at some point, I think we're going to have to go around your dad's and give him Botox.
Yeah, totally down.
He's quite invested.
Okay.
He's willing to part with a fair sum of money.
Brilliant. I'll let him know. Maybe he's asking for my mum.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe he's sick of like looking at her face. Or, do you know what? It needs a lift.
Maybe I'll start sending some BBL stuff over.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll
Brazilian
appreciate
butt
that.
lifts for your mum.
Yeah.
And Botox for him.
BBL. Is
They
that
will
what
be-
that song's about?
BBL Drizzy, yeah.
BBL Drizzy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, BBL,
yeah, no, maybe he's asking.
BBL Suzanne. BBL. Your mum would look great with a big Brazilian butt, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, she would.
But not as great as your dad with fillers. Maybe I could get my dad to get fillers as well. He'd probably be up for it.
Your
My
dad could do our teeth.
Yeah, no, he can. He can actually do that.
That's
yeah.
what I mean. Yeah, your dad. Can,
And he could reconstruct your cock if you needed.
Can he?
He might need the original to work from to get a mould.
Right.
So he might have to make a mould of your penis,
Right.
which he normally does using his mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking of moulds, that's got me thinking. Do you remember that? Do you remember that girl at my old school that put her hand in? What is it? When you used to make like moulds of your hands and stuff, and she
Yeah.
left it in there too long, and then her fingers like burnt off.
No,
Do you
I
never
don't-
remember that?
No, I don't remember that. No,
From
Was it
my
a girl
old
that
school.
we knew?
No. It was
Oh.
like I left there about 4 years, and then that happened, and she left her hand in plaster of Paris.
Plasticast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And
shit.
she said I mean, I'm laughing, but it's not funny.
She's got no hand
And my
left.
old teacher was like denied all kind of like, he's like, no. But I think the school heavily got sued. She complained, she had her hand in there. And he's like, sir, my hand's burning. She left it in there for too long and it's set. And they pulled her hand out and she's missing like a couple of fingers because they're just ripped
The
off.
fingers burnt off.
Yeah.
Oh my! No,
That's wild, isn't it?
no fucking way.
That's,
Mate. Don't go to
you
school
can
in
Google
Lincolnshire,
that.
kids.
If you Google like a Lincolnshire story, I don't want to give like names.
don't
or
go
anything
to
away, but
don't go to school in Lincolnshire because you get your hands fucking burnt off.
I had that.
She's got
always.
no fingers left, mate.
She had the
How
one.
she can drive tractor now?
She had the ones that mattered.
the diddling fingers.
Hmm.
I suppose if you burnt your diddling finger off, though, you'd just learn to diddle with another finger, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, she'd have to use the other hand when she's wanking men off and that.
Yeah.
That's a real inconvenience. I do feel for her, to be fair. That's not very cool, is it?
Yeah.
So, since I've been emailing your dad,
Yeah.
I was thinking that we've spoken about the beauty industry on here before.
Yeah.
And are you itching? Is it itchy?
What?
The strip, is it
What do you
itchy?
mean?
That you're touching your face non-stop,
Oh.
touching your beard, sniffing your fingers. What are
What
you
do you
doing?
mean?
What are you doing?
What?
What's happened?
Nothing.
Is it itching?
No, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I've taken mine off.
It's weird. No, that's weird that I'm doing that.
It's,
Because yesterday,
yeah,
I just remembered, so I thought I'm just going to do it.
yeah.
Yesterday, I was getting McDonald's, and I looked behind in the rearview mirror,
Yeah.
and this woman behind me in a car
Just
would not stop. That was like
touching
this.
her,
Hold on.
touching her face.
It was wild. Like,
For-
honestly,
for-
for about the whole time, I was there, sat there for about 10 minutes just looking at her and going, she's genuinely doing this. This, look, hold on.
For audio listeners, he's touching his face, fiddling with his nostrils and his beard. Did she have a beard?
full on 10 minutes she was doing that.
Wow.
And I was like, I wrote it down on my podcast notes going,
Yeah.
what, I just put woman touching nose behind. And I was just like, what is she doing? Do you reckon she sniffed herself? And she's like...
Sniffed her cooch.
And it was not joking, 10 minutes of her just...
obsessively sniffing the cooch.
Obsessively. Now, I could be taking the piss and she's got some form of disability. But it was...
It sounds like a tick, doesn't it? Like a nervous tick or something.
Or she's smelling a vagina.
Do women do that?
I don't know.
Do you know any women to ask? I'll ask.
You know when you smell
ask
your
some
balls
women.
with it? You know, if you're like... Ooh,
Oh yeah,
bit of hum
I
down
do
there.
like the smell of my own. You like the smell of your own? What's it called?
Musk.
No, they call it some
Elon Musk.
biochrome. Yeah, you're supposed to like that smell.
Yeah, I know.
I think biome.
Yeah.
If I scratch my bollocks and have a, oh yeah,
It's like pheromones,
Ooh,
isn't it?
It's all right that, but I don't. I paint this picture in my head of women being a bit more delicate, a bit more, to do. Some like the taste of their own snatch.
Ooh,
That's true.
Wild.
That's true.
is it?
Yeah, 100% evidence based.
Jesus.
But I don't know if I'd ever peg women to sit. Well, would I ever peg a woman, or would she peg me? Come back to you on that one.
I didn't ask,
Yeah,
but
come back
okay.
to you. Well, now I'm selling your dad fillers. I've thought as well. Another thing that we could do is set up a support group for after he's got them and it's all gone wrong. Because we've spoken about the beauty industry before and how fickle it is and how damaging it can be. And some people that get like Botox and that, it's stuck in their face forever and then it deforms them. So your dad might grow a horn out of his cheek or something with all the Botox. And then we can have a support group for dads with fillers. We can have a WhatsApp group, dads with fillers, safe place, prayer hands.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that'd be good. And then I got onto the third installment in my Netflix series, The Filler Killer.
Here we go.
Yeah?
Third installment.
Yeah. A dark scientist injecting women's lips, men's lips as well if they want fillers, with a dangerous explosive, then timing all the lips to explode at the same time. Like Die Hard.
okay.
You like Die Hard 3 when he's got that liquid and he puts like a bit of it on the.
I don't know Die Hard 3.
Have you ever seen Die Hard with a Vengeance, mate? When he's got the paper clip and he like dips it.
Oh, do you know what? I was thinking
he
of
dips it in the
Speed.
sauce and then he mixes it with the other sauce, the ketchup and the mustard, and then he throws the paper clip and it goes boom, and a massive explosion. That's
No,
what
I
I'm
can't
thinking. He
quite
puts
remember.
in the lips. So they've got all this dangerous shit in their lips. No, going around kissing like
So it's the lip filler killer.
the lip filler killer. Yeah,
I mean, I love the title.
the lip filler killer. Yeah,
Lip filler killer.
yeah.
I love the title.
Set in Liverpool because lots of filler there.
Yeah.
Jess was telling me about her mate who had her lips tattooed on the other day. And she was saying, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get my lips tattooed on because they're thin. They're thin like the fucking Lizzie.
Yeah, it's like when those men have their hairline tattooed on.
Yeah. Well, I can't.
know,
I know a man who's done that.
So, again, we spoke about this, but like, I need to go totally bald if that's happening. But anyway,
Yeah.
like your eyes can tell like when something is off. They just can. Like every human can tell when something's slightly off. That's why, like, for me at least, like lip fillers and everything like this, they just look off.
Yeah.
You just can tell, and that will just distract me from talking to you. I'm sorry.
Well, would you
If
kiss? Would you
you-
kiss someone with lip fillers?
I mean, I don't discriminate.
Have you knowingly kissed someone with lip fillers before? Don't lie.
Why would I lie about that?
Don't lie. Don't tell me a lie.
I don't think I have.
Oh, that's boring.
I don't think I have. Maybe. I don't know.
I think
Because lip fillers when
have.
I was kissing girls weren't really a thing.
I think I have, but I wasn't sure. And like, when you're not sure about something, like I didn't want to offend her. I don't be like, hey, they're your real lips. Hey, are they your real lips that you're kissing me with?
Is that what you
Or are
immediately
they
ask
like,
her?
are they half? Hey, Fisher Price made your lips, or are they your real
Oh, are
lips?
they real lips?
Hey, are you kissing me with your real lips? You'd be like, you fucking autist. Leave
Kiss
me
me
alone.
with your real lips.
Kiss me. Hey, baby.
Let's make
Kiss me with
a
your
song
real
called
lips.
"Kiss Me with Your Real Lips."
Kiss me with your real lips.
Yeah.
I also want to make a song called "There's Dog Turds in the Long Grass," but that's fine.
Ooh.
Yeah. We've got when we do the 24-hour
There's
stream.
dog turds in the long grass.
There's dog turds in the long grass.
I like that. And then we also have to have like
So watch your step.
we also have the other hit
Kiss me
that we
with your
come up-
real lips.
and kiss me with your real lips. We also should have another one. Living in a perpetual state of curtains drawn. That's another one.
Living in a perpetual state of curtains drawn.
We need, that's
we-
like a very somber.
Yeah.
That's
about
a very
the pedo,
somber
about
track.
the pedo over the road.
Pedo to avoid the pedo across the
Yeah,
road.
we probably need to get somebody with musical talent in to help us with
What
these.
are you
but-
on about? We've got musical
We've got
talent.
musical talent. We've got the sauce. We've got the sauce.
What does he say?
Whoa!
What does he say when he goes, "You want the bounce?
You the bounce.
Got the bounce?
Got the
Coming
bounce
up?"
coming up.
That was a reference video we're
Je-
referencing.
One of the best videos you'll ever watch. Go on YouTube right now and type in
We're very
Jay-Z
biased.
Timberland in the studio. That video slapped the internet's tits off in 2007. So
I still
good.
come back to that video.
Oh mate, so good. And
Can
and on top of that, the Rusko masterclass.
Yes.
The Rusko dubstep production masterclass filmed in an attic in Leeds,
Yes.
circa 2007 also. Very, very, very good.
Which leads me on to a segue, which I really wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So, with Jay-Z being a rapper,
Yes, yeah.
we've had rapper news this week, haven't we? If Diddy's been arrested. Do you know that?
Well, yeah, I do know that, yeah. And, have you heard from Johnny?
no.
Because he's been with Diddy, hasn't he?
Oh, of course.
Actually,
yeah.
has Diddy been arrested, or is it? Because I saw like it was like an unsealed indictment, right, or something that he's been arrested for, or he's being like charged with.
I think he's been arrested or it could be
Trafficking.
indictment, but I really wanted to focus on this certain part of the story,
Okay,
which is authorities seized over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricants during the search of his properties.
1,000 bottles of lube.
These allegations are
wall.
part of a federal sex trafficking case which accuses Diddy of inducing female victims and male sex workers into drugged up, sometimes day-long sexual performances.
Fantastic.
His lawyers defended the use of baby oil, stating that it was a lifestyle, not a crime.
Well, it'd be cruel, wouldn't it, if they bummed each other's heads off all day without any lube? I'm not an animal.
Why does it say, it said Diddy baby oil seizure, and I was like, is he having a seizure because he's having too much?
Drinking too much baby oil. Wow.
Diddy Combs is accused of maintaining blah, 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 abuse of violence, which is allegedly included, I love this part, the use of baby oil and lubricants in his freak-off parties. So he used to call them freak-off parties.
Wow.
Imagine having 1,000 bottles. I was just like, 1,000?
1,000 bottles of lube. I mean, they're 12 quid a pop, aren't they? That's 12 grand on lube.
That's it's 12
That's 12 grand's worth of lube.
12
that.
grand on lube.
12 grand on lube.
Like, how
Imagine
much
that.
of a freak are you that
Is
you
that the
are
name of this
buying
episode? 12 grand on lube.
12 grand on lube?
Jesus Christ. P. Diddy.
1,000?
I mean, that's a lot of lube, isn't it? How many people is he having round?
That's what I
I
mean.
need to ask Johnny Hammers about this next week.
I just focused on that part because I was like, wait. I just ignored
Well,
all the
baby oil
allegations.
itself is not cheap. So, I mean, we're looking at about 25 grand here, I reckon.
This is what you
on
said.
baby oil and lube. That's insane. Wow.
Just fucking. What kind of? Do you reckon he's using Johnson and Johnson?
It's not a very good advert for them if he is.
No, I want to know. I want to know the branding of baby oil.
Our baby oil is the softest, as recommended by Sean Combs.
Sean Combs
For his
That's
all-day
his real
freak
name,
out
isn't it?
parties. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you not know that, Sean Combs?
Yeah, Sean Combs.
Yeah.
You look into his eyes though, you can see.
He's called Sean Combs.
You can see he's called Sean Combs. You can see, like, I was like, of course he's a freak. Look at him. Is that really bad to say?
No.
But
What?
when
well,
you
you can tell
see-
that somebody's a wrong 'un from just looking at them.
Yeah, but then again, right?
Like Cliff Richard,
do you
allegedly.
only do that with like hindsight?
Like David Attenborough, allegedly.
Because everybody goes like, "Oh yeah, I always knew he was a freak," and you're like, "Well, yeah, you know that because of hindsight now."
I think that certain people hear certain rumours. I think people may be more involved in the day-to-day gossip of the rap world, and the underground chat of the rap world will probably be a bit more like, I think there's been more than one rumour about Diddy that have floated around in the past that's maybe made me feel a little bit like he hosts all-day sex parties and has 1,000 bottles of lube on the wall.
21,000 bottles of lube on the wall.
You take one down and pass it around.
You've got 99 bottles of lube on the wall. Hey, that's what he used to do at his freak parties, just sing that.
It's wild, isn't it? And Fat Man Scoop died, didn't he, on stage?
Did it? Oh, wait,
From the rap world. Did you know about that?
I saw the video and I was
Who's ready to fucking party?
like, dun, dun, oh, God. I mean, having a heart attack. That's literally the wildest way to go, I think, having a heart attack.
He had a fat heart, though, didn't he?
But I watched the video and I was like, which one is he? Because there's 3 fat people on stage. I couldn't figure it out. And I was like,
he's the one with the voice. Yeah, you know Fat Man Scoop.
Yeah, but in the video, I thought like he went back and then you see him fall over or something.
Yeah, you just see him go down, don't you? And that's
God
the
bless.
end.
And he's dead now.
Went out the way he wanted on the
Jesus.
stage. Who wants to fucking party?
And then just fucking
the wheels fell off.
Wasn't it reported he had like energy drink in his system or something?
Wait,
and everyone was like,
hold on.
Jesus, what?
Wait, what kind of energy drink?
It said he
Chinese
was
Red
seen...
Bull?
Yeah.
Surely not.
Jesus, I made you not get that piss this week, didn't I?
I'm actually a bit annoyed that we didn't stop by to get some because... Mate, can I ask you a question about energy drinks?
Yeah?
This might just be me. Do you get an itchy arsehole the next day?
No.
After an energy drink?
No, you need to go to the doctors.
No, because... Right. I've tested this theory out.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a can of energy drink, the next day... One can, probably a big can. The next day, my arsehole, my hoop, is... It's like I've got ants crawling around there.
Okay.
And I have to go to the toilet and check.
Right.
Like a
Do you wipe your ass properly? You sure?
Yeah, no, there's
okay.
nothing. When I check it, there's nothing there. The wipe is dry. The wipe is clean, pure.
Clean, pure wipe.
Yeah, and sometimes I use a baby wipe just to make sure that I've not missed anything under the hood, under the
baby wipes
under the hemorrhoids, under the
mate. Baby
nastiness.
wipes for wiping your ass is low key like poggers.
It is king behaviour.
It is king behaviour, dude.
But for some reason,
that shouldn't be a thing, dude.
It's a side effect, mate. It's a known side effect.
No,
Monster Energy in particular, it's a known side effect that it gives you an itchy anus.
That's not a known side.
It is. Google it. It's a known side effect of Monster Energy.
Okay, I believe
you get a slightly itchy anus the next day.
Jesus.
Particularly if you're fair skinned.
Well, I think you should be watching out for that. Can we talk about thin utensils?
Yeah, no, I'd love to.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you've given me quite a wide thought on this.
I was
thin
walking past...
utensils. I'm thinking kitchen. Is that where you're at? Yeah. Okay. Please continue.
How do you feel about thin utensils?
As in kitchen utensils that are
when
thin.
you buy for like a quid, or like when you get like the packs of them that are wrapped
Oh
up.
no! What you mean? Like cheap, nasty, flimsy?
Just like thin utensils.
Fuck off!
Yeah, they piss me
bastard.
off. I remember just looking and going, "Why would anybody buy?" Unless you've obviously got money constraints. I totally understand that. But like, fucking hell, we've got a couple of thin utensils that we just bought and I just always think, who the fuck's buying these?
Do you know my missus is she's so funny because she will often be like, we don't need that, and I'll be like, we need to replace this fish slice. We had a thin utensil. It was a fish slice for years.
What's a fish slice?
You know the slice that you turn eggs with. You know, like the flat. It's like a flat square,
like a spatula,
flat square with like stripes in it. Google it, fish slice. You'll know what I mean.
Okay.
We had a thin fish slice, a bendy one. For years it irked me. I bought a thick bastard, a heavy duty. It was £3. My wife went, that's frivolous spending.
I have never seen
You've never
that in
seen a
my
fish
life.
slice, ever? What do you turn, lads, what do you turn burgers with? What do you get stuff out of the What do you get stuff out of the oven with? What do you do chips with?
Crimpers.
What do you do chips with, mate? Come on, lad. Come on. Make that. You've never seen one of these in your life.
Let's have a look. Oh, it's a spatula. Why are you calling it a fish slice?
It's not. It's a fish slice. Because that's what they're called. It's a fish
That's
slice.
a spatula, sir.
It's a fish slice. Anyway, we had a thin one of them, and I bought a thick one. My wife said it's frivolous spending, and now she's like, "Oh, I can't believe I ever lived life with a thin utensil."
Yeah.
Now she's
No.
got a nice thick utensil. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what
Nice
you mean, dude.
fat,
Yeah, nice,
thick-
thick utensil.
thick utensil
Yeah.
that'll last her. Well, until I die.
Until I
I'm
die.
taking it with me.
No, but like thin utensils. I don't
Yeah.
know why it irked me. I was just walking past the other day when we were doing some shopping. I was like,
Yeah.
ugh. And it made me think anybody who's got thin utensils need like looking at. I
Yeah.
get it for money issues. I totally understand. But like,
I think they're meek.
but I've got thin utensils at home. I never use them. I always use it for the
Yeah.
cat's food.
Yeah.
That's the cat food utensils.
I think the people that might have thin there's certain
Students.
there's certain people out there that like to make their own lives a little bit more difficult because they believe that their life is hard, but they don't make it any easier. And I think those people have like thin utensils, and they go, "Oh,
Yeah, that's a good
Oh
point.
no, drop me dinner on the floor, and it's another night I'm going to have to eat my fish cake off my kitchen carpet, and it's my life is so horrible. This could have been entirely avoided if I just didn't have a thin utensil, but that's the life I live.
Yeah, they'd never be so self-aware that they knew that they have thin utensils. They're
just
like,
fucking get your
Just buy-
get a nice thick fat utensil."
Leanne buys gold utensils.
Oh, does she? Yeah.
Gold!
I don't know how I feel about that because they didn't feel the same
Solid
as.
gold.
Oh, I remember that song.
Gold,
That's
man.
fire. No,
It's
Leanne
gold, it's gold, it's gold, it's gold, it's solid gold, baby.
What's that,
Beyonce's
Beyonce?
playing this moment.
Oh shit, that's in Golden Gold.
Gold
thing,
member.
Gold,
Gold member.
What a fucking film that is.
What are you doing with that strip, mate? You're caressing your nose.
I love it, dude.
Yeah,
I
I've
just
taken mine
keep-
off. I've got a bit of a cold at the minute as well, so it's probably not.
No, that helps with colds. It says on the packaging.
I don't know if it does, mate.
I've told you about Pimp My Mobility scooters.
Yes, is this a business idea that you
Yeah.
have? Are you
I
going to be
was-
teaming up with the very well-known business that we have links with already in the mobility
Yeah,
scooter world?
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it was just so boring to look at mobility scooters when I was walking around. I was like, there needs to be
Where
some
where
kind
were
of
you
service.
walking around that you were looking at them?
Just in town, like where I
How
live.
many mobility scooters are there in your area?
Not a lot, but I did see one come past, and I was like, it
They
was
are
just so
quite.
bo-
They are quite techers now. Some
They're
of
a
the
bit.
new ones.
Some of it techers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a guy that goes around Manchester with like a full boombox in the back of it. It's just blasting out. Buffalo Soldier, dreadlock Rasta.
That's one of my pet peeves. Is like,
Buffalo Soldier.
that's one of my pet peeves when people blast out music out of a boombox. I'm like, please
Oh.
just wear headphones.
Does it not bring you a little bit of joy if it's good music though? Like, you know, if someone came past you and they were
I
playing
just think
some
it's
sick dubstep.
polite. I mean,
What if they like lights on the bike and that, and like Harvey Price?
I can't look past that they are just like listen to my music rather than keeping it to themselves.
What if it was Harvey Price just trying to spread some joy and he was wearing a Santa costume?
Well, he's
It was
got an
Christmas
excuse,
time.
hasn't he?
It was Christmas time and he was just cycling past.
That's fine. He's fine.
Playing Wham! Last Christmas. Going, David, last Christmas. It's me, Harvey Price. I'm outside your house.
Jesus Christ.
Hello, you can.
Hello, you. That was a big meme for a while.
I love that man.
Harvey Price.
Love Harvey Price.
There was a
Can
video.
we get him on?
If you want.
I have 3 dream guests that I'd like to get on this
it's not-
podcast.
one of them's
Harvey
not Harvey
Price,
man.
That the guy that won the lottery in 2002
you sent
that
this. Yeah,
spent
you sent this.
the 10
yeah.
million. I've bought his book. I'm going to do I'm going to do some readings of it on this
What
podcast.
does he say in his book?
Oh, mate,
what
the
he spent
front-
it on?
The front cover of his book, I think it's going to tell his story, not as well as he will when he comes on the podcast as a guest. But, mate, can I just read the front page of the book is called Careful What You Wish For. The author's name is Mikey Carroll, even though his name is Michael Carroll. And the quote on the front page of the book says, I won £9.7 million on the lottery, but did it make me happy? Yes, it fucking well did.
Yeah.
He spent 9.7 million on cocaine, orgies with prostitutes. He shagged over 4,000 prostitutes. He bought a mansion in Norfolk somewhere and turned the outside garden of it into a banger racecourse. He just had loads of shitty banged out cars just driving around his house. But dream guest on the podcast. I would love to chat to him.
I would. I think it'd be good to talk to. I think he has a good insight.
Yeah, he's working as a coal delivery man in Scotland somewhere. So I think we might have to go to him, get some coal delivered, move to Scotland for a short period of time, gently earn his trust, and then ease him into the podcast.
You'd have to message him. You have to earn his trust through messaging him.
I think you have to find him first. It's hard to find him, you see.
Yeah, maybe because he gets fucking people just asking him questions constantly.
I'm very surprised he's not doing celebrity dinners, you know. He would be a great celebrity
Is that what?
guest.
Is that a show that it's called? Celebrity Dinners?
No, not a TV show. Like, you know where you can go to, like, all the old footballers do them. They go to, like, a hotel somewhere into a dismal business suite. They sit down. There's 40 people that have paid 200 quid a ticket to get a dinner and to hear some stories from Paul Gascoigne. And Gaz will come in and go,
that's a
"Yo,
thing."
wait, man, when I was playing at Newcastle, I used to score the goal, like..."
Oh. Did he ever talk about Boston United? Do you think?
We probably would, yeah. And I think
I
he
didn't
still
know that
does
was a
them.
thing, man.
Yeah,
Celebrity dinners.
that's a big thing. Yeah, we can get into that as well when we're celebrities, but not yet. So I reckon he would be a good one.
200 quid.
Yeah, I shagged so many prozzies. He's not even Geordie. He's from Norfolk. And how do you do a Norfolk accent? All right, morning, all right. My name's Michael, and I shagged over 4,000 prostitutes in my mansion in Norfolk.
You went a bit Welsh there.
Sorry, I just did my best. Yeah, so dream guest. Third dream guest. Who would my third dream guest be? Lindsay, of course, your sister.
Yeah.
I'd love to get Lindsay on the
My
couch.
mum
if you know
this
what I mean.
weekend came to visit me and she said, "Oh, it's fun about Jim, isn't it?" And she watches a podcast. She's like,
Oh, she's gonna come. She'll come on as a guest, won't she? Eventually, your mum.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
shame your mum won't." So
My mum's always with us, so thank you very much. Yeah, I can enjoy.
am I allowed to make jokes? Is that my mum had a go
no,
because
That's fine, mate. No, it's all right.
see how like scared I was to say that. I went, your mum,
Your mummy.
Oh,
Your mummy won't be coming to pick you up today, will she? Because she's dead.
Jesus Christ.
Uh,
Mum said you can't make fun of his mum. So I said, if he keeps making fun of his Lindsay,
can't.
he can make fun of his mum. And she goes,
Yeah,
you
you
can't do that. I was
You
like,
can't.
you don't understand.
Yeah. I guess the fun thing is I could still kiss Lindsay, couldn't I? So,
Jesus.
yeah, with my fillers. When I've got my fillers done.
You fucking turkey teeth.
When I've got my fillers and my turkey teeth done, me and Lindsay can have a little kiss, couldn't we?
Fine.
But
all
you'll
right,
never be
yeah.
able to kiss my mum.
No, never.
No. Because she's ash in the ground, mate.
Jesus Christ. Yep.
Not even in an urn. Given back to the earth.
Is
Not
that,
even with a bum tree.
is that how you're going to be buried? Are you going to be cremated or are you going to be...
Well, I've got, obviously me and you have signed contracts with Get Lit Crematorium. So,
Oh, of course.
both of us have to be cremated contractually. Get Lit Crematoriums. We burn while you wait. 10% off with the code DCEOs podcast.
We burn while you wait.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
We burn them while you mate.
We burn while you mate.
We burn while you wait.
Jesus.
I don't know. I've got so much other stuff that I want to say.
I've
to you.
got, yeah.
You go next.
Are you sure?
You go next. Yeah. So you've come with some good prep this week, mate.
I told you.
I'm really
proud of me?
impressed. I am. You're tech and prep.
I am.
Actually, shit. No, you're half tech, half prep.
Well, yeah.
We've
This week.
tipped the balance. You've done too much prep and you've forgotten.
To be
some
fair,
of the
yeah,
tech.
that's what happened, man.
Yeah,
I was
but-
like, I'm all ready for this podcast, and this is why we sat with two phones in our mouths.
It's all good.
Um,
It's all good.
I didn't realise how normal owning a monkey was in the States.
What?
It's still, look, I've got it all Googled ready, mate.
Mine
19 states had outright bans on private monkey ownership, but
is New York one of them.
New York is one of them.
So I know that from the TV show Friends. Thank you.
This is what I was saying. I was about to go into this
Right.
because it was normalised, wasn't it? Because I was like, oh yeah, Ross had a monkey.
On Friends, but
For
then it was
ages.
illegal.
Yes, it was illegal in France, but there are, because it was obviously New York. But
Yeah.
there's still, I think, like over 30 states that still support like owning a monkey.
Yeah, you can have a monkey, mate. Yeah.
But like,
It's mad how things vary from state to state in America, right? Because it'd be like, I guess like the only comparison I've got here is when during COVID, like one city could do one thing and another city couldn't do another thing, but then you could travel to the city that could do the thing and do the thing.
state laws, and there's like
Yeah.
what are they
this-
called? The state laws, then there's national law.
Yeah. And can
mean-
you smoke weed in Can you smoke weed in all states now?
I
Or is it
don't
just
know.
some states you
I
can
don't
do the
know.
weed?
The only thing is because I want to watch the documentary. I think it's like Monkey Crazy or something, or Monkey. So I can't remember.
Right.
It's about women, or not just women, but people who own monkeys.
Fucking women.
And I just didn't realise.
Fucking,
like-
do you mean bitches and monkeys? Is that what it's called?
But yeah, bitches and monkeys, that's what it's called. That I didn't realise that I was listening to a podcast and they were all from America. That's all saying how it was normal for like to know somebody.
What, you guys don't own monkeys?
Yeah.
Like, are you weird?
They were
like,
saying-
everyone here has a monkey. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
They were saying like my uncle used to. Oh yeah, my uncle had a monkey, and I'm like, geez, that's so weird. Like
my
imagine in the
uncle had a
UK.
monkey who was sick.
Yeah, and I was just like, that is so fucking odd that they used to own monkeys because it's so terrible as well because they're so intelligent. And I was like, I really want to own a sloth,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's viable.
I remember you had a meet cute with a sloth, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
And
it was-
Leanne had a go at me because I didn't look like I was enjoying myself enough.
You don't look happy enough. Are you
Like,
are
look
you
at these
enjoying
pictures.
this?
You enjoying this? I'm like, I was.
Did you want this? Do you want this?
You know, when someone asks you as well, they're like, "Are you enjoying this?" Then I'm like, "I was," until you started asking. me.
Your autistic brain goes into overdrive. Then you're like, am I enjoying this? Does
Wait,
this have
am I?
a deeper meaning?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was enjoying it until you asked me because you tell your face that because she thought I think
Tell your face you're enjoying it.
Leanne wanted more of like this insane reaction, like my mind was
Yeah.
sloth, and I was like,
Yeah.
and I met the sloth, and I was like, yeah, it's sick. This is amazing. I love it. She's like,
Inside, are you filled with like a warm glow and like the sound of Enya playing?
yeah, man. It was really nice. And Leanne was like, I just didn't think you enjoyed it. I'm like, I loved every moment of
I
it.
feel loved. I feel warm on the inside.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put into words how I feel.
Also a little bit scared because the sloth was like real slow and fucking.
Oh,
even
do
though
they
had
move
the-
dangerously?
Slow and dangerous, yeah.
Do they?
The slow and the curious.
I'd be a bit freaked out by a sloth's movements, I think.
Do you not like sloths?
They're fine. I've no emotion towards
Yeah,
them.
but the problem with this is like I said I liked sloth once, and then it became
it
my
became your
parents-
entire personality. Yeah,
No, but then
but,
my parents
for
like-
everyone else,
Yeah, they go, oh, you like sloths, don't you? So here's some sloth socks, and I'm like, here's a sloth T-shirt with like lazy and proud, and I'm like, okay, dude.
yeah. You became the little sloth basic bitch.
You know when you tell your parents you like something and that's it, that's all they'll buy you for every Christmas.
Mine was gin for a long.
You
time.
mentioned once that you like gin, and that's
me
it.
and Jess drank gin and tonic a fair bit when we first met because I think it was like summertime and also there was like the big gin boom, right? Do you remember the big gin boom when everyone was like drinking gin? And you
Yeah,
could get all these different gins and all these different tonics and this is very exciting.
Yeah.
And then we got gin for a long time. And I thank you, everyone that bought me gin. We still have loads of it
You've been
in the
very
cupboard.
polite, yeah.
We went to a gin making class. We made our own gin.
did
and
someone
then-
buy you that
and-
experience?
yeah, they did. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
of course they did,
But then
yeah.
after that, I think that was when we were like, I think now we've made gin, it's really taken gin
Where
drinking
can you-
from kind of a leisurely activity to more of a job. And then gin became our livelihood, and then we didn't want to drink.
Do you
gin
think
anymore.
people they're like that with they get that with a lot of stuff, and I do that, I guess, with my because look, I'm back into basketball now, and that's my personality. I bought NBA 2K on the Xbox, but anyway, we move.
Yeah, well, you'd be over it next week. It'd be another game.
Yeah,
It'd
it'd be
something
another game.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you reckon some people find that one thing and then that's
them
it now?
forever.
And that's all they pin their personality on?
I think so. Yeah,
like
maybe.
craft beer drinkers.
I think
I
also
know that's such a trope that we've gone over, but
I think also like I'm probably the worst for this because I'll find something.
you like a craft beer.
I'll find something that I think is quite cool, and then I like stuff that not many people are doing, which is strange because we do a podcast, which is like what you're meant to do when you become 36, right? You
Now?
have to do a podcast. Yeah,
In
you can't form a band, you have to do a
2024,
podcast.
Absolutely, everybody needs to know our opinions all the time.
Yeah, so I'm a basic bitch because I've got a podcast. But yeah, I liked craft beer until it became like lots of other people then started doing it, and then I was like, oh shit, like it's like you think you look great, and then you walk past your reflection in a mirror, and you're like, I've got.
Do you want to know something?
big spot.
Do you want to know something personal?
Yeah, did I always look like a cunt?
No.
Oh,
Do you want to know something personal?
Yeah.
Which is on this point.
for you,
Yeah.
yeah.
I cried once, and because I I said to Leanne, I was like, I think I was having a meltdown one day, and I was just having one of those crises. You know, when you just have a crisis, you're like, what am I doing?
A labby afternoon.
Yeah, a labby afternoon. That's the technical term, the labby afternoon.
Yeah.
And I cried because I was like, I think I was just having a fucking meltdown. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was in the middle of like trying to get my fucking video edit on the go. And Leanne come in my room. I was just in a mess. And she's like, what's wrong? I was like, I just don't know who I am, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I don't even like American sweets because it was my personality for a while. I said I love Twinkies, and every year she would get me Twinkies. And I just had it in my head.
I just need you to know.
Yeah. I just said that.
I don't like these Twinkies.
Yeah. And I said that, and she was like, what? And I was like, I don't, and it was true. I don't really like American sweets. I just made out like I did. And I just had this thing, like, I love Twinkies, but they just taste like chemicals if you really taste them, you're really honest.
America don't give a fuck, do they? They let you put anything you
like
want
Hershey's
in
chocolate
there,
is not even that good.
Hershey's chocolate
my
tastes like sick.
My
Tastes like hard
personality
sick.
for a while was like, oh, I like American sweets and da-da-da-da-da. And that's what I came out with Leanne. And I was just like, I don't even like American chocolate
You came
anymore.
out.
I came out.
Yeah, you came out.
And then from that day on, I think I was just like, oh,
You've been out.
I like what I like.
Yeah.
I can safely say,
I'm glad you live in your truth.
thank you.
Yeah.
I can safely say that Pot Noodle Bombay Bad Boy is like legit one of my favourite, like actually, even more so now that we've done what we've done.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking hell,
Kelly's tits.
Shout out to Kelly.
Kelly's tits. Bombay Bad Boy.
Bombay Bad Boy.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Unbelievable.
So they're my
tits and pot noodle.
Yeah.
They
You can't
go
get
hand
better
in
than
hand. Yeah.
that. So, and genuinely, so when I think of food, like, oh, what do you? So I had this crisis, like, oh, what do you like then? And I was like, oh, well, I do like that.
Was that Leanne's voice, or was that your voice talking to
Nah,
yourself?
she did. Bless her, she did help me through that. She's like,
What do you fucking like then?
I'll
get you some more.
Get you some more. Of it. I was like, I like cocaine.
No, that's why you don't like food.
To be fair, cocaine's terrible. Allegedly.
Hi, Suzanne.
Have you not gone along with something though?
You've
gone.
No, of course I have, mate.
Oh, I really like this.
You know me.
I didn't think it was a thing.
You know me, mate. Fucking hell.
Like what though?
Grimmy. Who am I, little Grimmy? I've liked so many bands and
Just
fads
because-
and all that sort of shit. Like,
But from the get go, like right. For example, I'll have a Twinkie right for the first time ever, and it's been built up.
yeah. Well, because you've seen it on films, TV.
Twinkie, blah blah blah.
Oh, people eat
then
Twinkies.
I'll eat it, and I'll be like, my brain. I think I genuinely like, it's a bit shit.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, you like? Yeah. I'm like, yeah. No, Twinkies made the bollocks.
Oh.
And for years, it was like, it's my thing that I always said, oh, Twink, and just made it a point of reference whenever I was out with friends.
Just getting your
I was
little
like-
t-shirts. I heart Twinkies.
Yeah, I didn't go that far, but like, you did that. You've done that. So you listened to a band. You thought, oh, they're not really that good, but not many people like them.
Well,
so.
I told a story in here where I wore a Slipknot t-shirt and I think I'd heard one song. But I bought a Slipknot t-shirt when I was like 13 because I was like, oh, that's what people should wear. Slipknot t-shirts.
That's when you was
Yeah, I was a bit younger. I suppose, like, as I've got...
Mine was only like 5. This was only 4. Actually, 3 years ago.
As I've gotten older, I can laugh at myself because I know that I do this. Like, I like something when not many people know about it. Like, you know, the guy who did Baby Reindeer, Richard Gadd,
Yeah.
right? Followed him on Instagram as Baby Reindeer was sort of being released. And I think he had like 3,000 followers or something when I followed him on our account. And now, I saw his account the other day, he's got like 600,000 followers. And I was like, might unfollow him, you know. He's gone too far beyond.
Well, this is what
I was there when he had like 3,000 followers. No one gave a shit. No one cared.
This goes back to our conversation though a little bit.
Yeah. What, the Fred again?
Mm.
Don't get me started on Fred again, mate, please. It just winds me up so much. He winds me up so much. Why are you pursing your lips like this at me?
I don't know.
You know that I'm about to say something that loads of people are like, oh, no, I don't agree with that at all. You're wrong, you are. You're wrong. Fred again makes great music. Don't deserve your shite. Just because you're not a successful producer, you must be jealous of him.
I didn't say jealous, did I?
Envious, which is similar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, similar emotion.
I'm just asking questions.
I found out...
If we blindfolded you and you had no idea what his music was, I bet you like shit up.
I was looking at a documentary today. It was like the Rise and Rise and Rise of Fred again, or something like that on YouTube. Some fucking whoppers put it together by chopping
Why
together
did
loads
you
of
watch it
putting together
in the
loads of
first
podcasts
place?
because it came up suggested for me, and I was like, I'm going to fucking click on it. Obviously,
Why?
Because it
Have
was.
some control.
Hey, listen, you've watched the YouTube marketing guy thing. You know how it works.
Yeah.
You see the thumbnail. You see the fucking Rise and Rise, and I was like, right, the fucking Rise and Rise and Rise again. Let's see where he started then. And then he's like, oh yeah, so I got really into, I was really into like orchestral music when I was a little boy, and that was kind of my entire personality till I was like 14, and then I decided to go to this college, this fucking exclusive fucking London music college, just decided to go to this college. Oh yeah, was it just like that? Did you decide to go and you just went, did you? Was it that easy? Yeah, no fucking struggle whatsoever. Yeah, cool. Well, I got there, and then they were like, oh, did you graduate? Oh no, I never graduated. I left after like a year and a half, but luckily, like a friend of ours, because my dad's a fucking billionaire, is just happens to be neighbours with Brian Eno. And I was like, oh yeah, just by fucking chance, yeah, just fucking mates with Brian Eno. I can just picture that, and in my head I'm picturing the conversation. But Brian, we have a friend. He has a son, Frederick. You see, Frederick. He's a little bit lost at the moment. He's dropped out of music college. He's an outstanding composer. He has a CD of his music. I don't suppose you don't mind giving it a quick listen, Oh, of course, no problem. We brought your bins in, Brian, because they were starting to stink in the street. Hope you don't mind. And if you could cut back your bush a little... Maybe
I get
so
it.
John can get the Jaguar out.
Yeah, I get it.
And in my head, I'm literally punching the
So
ground.
why are you
going,
watching it?
Brian
Why are you
Eno,
not turning?
Brian Eno, right? So that is his in. That's his into music.
So?
One of the greatest music producers of all time. Perchance hears his music. Listen, he's a good producer, but
And that's where it stops.
Normal people.
That's where it stops.
Yeah, normal people don't get that leg up. So in my head, now this is. I'm trying to
So
explain.
now
to
you don't like Fred because of that.
No. It's not that I don't like Fred. I'm trying to explain to you. What I see is I see Fred on his little pedestal.
Fredestal, I love that. Well done.
At the top.
Well done.
Right up here, and then below him, I'm stood, and around me is a sea of hungry music producers that have grafted
Creators,
and worked so hard.
I'm with you.
And never got that moment.
Yeah.
Never got the Brian Eno moment that Fred got. And I just don't think that he acknowledges that. But that's only because, like you say, I don't hear his private conversation.
Does
and then later on in that
have
documentary,
to? Does he have to acknowledge it?
later on in that documentary, he redeems himself a little bit because I have no question in my mind that his Boiler Room was something unbelievable and very special and one of the best live performances
very good.
by a DJ that I've ever seen.
was very
And
good.
I'll give him that. Like, his performance isn't the problem, his music isn't the problem. It's just the way that he got his break.
So
For me,
your-
it's not a way that
Your
people...
anger's directed not towards
my
him.
anger is directed probably more towards the situation,
Yes.
and more
There we go.
towards the fact that it's hard for people.
I'm with you, of course,
to get
yeah.
that kind of situation. So it's not.
Do you not think I feel that way as well in terms of like, but that's not his fault.
It's absolutely not his fault. No,
You feel like he should.
he played the card. He played the cards he was dealt and worked very hard. One day I had to make over 30 edits of a song before I could play it to Brian Eno. Imagine how hard that must be for you, lad. Fucking hell, is it hard? Is it? Is it hard, is it, to sit in your billionaire house making edits of a song to play to fucking Brian Eno whilst fucking Dave over here is pushing trolleys around Tesco, video editing for some fucking fraternity out in outback fucking Sri Lanka, wanting to do some kind of piss in a pot kettle thing, but make it cool, make it cutesy, make it demure. Do you know what I mean? And then you're doing a podcast on top of it. You're having to fucking feed cats. You're having to, I don't know, what else do you do? Play basketball.
I love the passion. I do.
Hey,
I think
your anger. Feel your anger.
I feel your anger, and I feel like more. I think you got great points. Like, yeah, more people should have opportunities and definitely be like that way. It feels like to me though, you're angry at Fred.
I just think that people like Fred again, or Frederick Gibson, to full name him, on this podcast. Dox him, daddy. Frederick Gibson.
But that's not his fault.
No, but what he doesn't realise, because he hasn't come
How do you know he doesn't realise
because,
this?
Because he doesn't act in this way. He hasn't come from a place of struggle.
But how do you
people,
know who
people
he
that
is?
people that come from a place of struggle, right, often get to a point where they're on a platform and they reach down and they go, right,
they?
right, who's next? Yeah, they should do, and I think they do. Like a lot of people that come
I
from
probably
a place
wouldn't.
of struggle.
I probably wouldn't.
But you're fucking listen. You're just a different example to me. You get onto a platform and then you look at other people and you go, you fucking would do this actually because you're a sound guy. If you got to a point where...
How do you not know Fred doesn't do that?
Because I don't see evidence of it, and I've not seen evidence of it. I've not seen him realise, like, oh, hey, shit, you know all the advantages I got? Then, like, you know, I don't have that. Do you know who does do that? There's a producer called Badger. Love Badger. Shout out to Badger. Smashing it at the minute, making really fun commercial garage crossover pop tunes, and he often regularly on his Instagram posts out being like, hey producers, I'm playing a show tonight in Canada, America, wherever he's touring around the world, send me your garage edits of tunes, I want to hear new bangers. And he will give his email out and he will like let people send him links. I don't see Fred again going, hey guys, digging for new music, looking for producers that have no fucking clout or anything like that for me to share to my millions of followers. He's fucking taken the Brian Eno advantage and he's locked it up like all fucking rich fucking successful people do. They just keep it all to themselves. They don't share it out. They don't share the wealth. They don't fucking do that. He works with people like Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, Fortet. He doesn't go like, I'm going to work with some unknown. He just reaches higher up the chain or like side to side. He's a little rat that's scuppered up into the fucking echelons and he's now eating all the cheese. Whilst the rest of us down here are fucking sitting crumbing our fucking tits off.
I mean...
you don't care, do you? Which is fine. And I get that as well.
No. I'm just thinking, should he?
It's not his responsibility to do that. In my opinion, he has no, like, he doesn't have to do that. He has no obligation.
I don't think there is like a thing in his head. Like you're making it sound like he's like I'm not going to.
Okay, fine. He has absolutely no obligation to have to do any of this
Yeah,
stuff.
I think obligation.
Maybe he does it. Maybe he does it in a different way that is not published online. He probably does. He probably gives to underprivileged children. Maybe he works in a homeless shelter, spooning out soup, and he's like, "Fred again, yeah, soup again, yeah." I imagine that's what he does.
Fred
yeah,
again,
you know, Christmas
soup
Day,
again.
you know, I go down the soup kitchen and
Can we make
to the homeless guys, soup
called
again,
Soup Again?
soup again, yeah, soup again. Yeah, I'm Fred again, yeah.
It's just that you're building these narratives in your mind.
but this is what you do, isn't it? You build narratives about somebody you don't know. When he comes on the podcast,
I
talk to him about it directly. Hey, what do you do to give back to the music community? Like, where are the support DJs that you have on your tour? Who are you having as support DJs for your tour? Are you having unknown people?
That sounds
Are you
like
having,
like
it's not. None of it's considered.
no.
None of it's considered.
That
from
sounds
him, I
like
don't
someone.
think.
What are you doing? And he's
But-
like, I'm just trying to make music and just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not giving other people. No, I just don't really think of it. Well, you should. And it's like, well, hang on, what
Hey,
the fuck?
listen, I'm not saying that you should. I'm just saying that, in my opinion, like, that's where, like, if I was at his level, I would be. My first thought would be like, how can I
And
help?
that's
how
very-
can I help other people?
And that's very noble.
Further their career using my influence.
That's very noble of you, but I don't think he should be scrutinized because it's not like he decided not to. Maybe he just doesn't. You just don't. I mean, I wouldn't think about it. I think if it happened, I'd be like, yeah, cool, we'll help some people, of course. But I don't think it's like a plot or a ploy or like, I'm going to keep it to myself. I just think he's a guy.
I don't
who
think
just makes
it's a
music.
plot. I think it's just complete. I just think it's complete ignorance because he doesn't even realize that's what he's doing. I think that he's never seen that because of his privileged upbringing. That he's never seen like, oh, hey, I should help others further their career using my platform. He's just gone, who are the best people I could possibly work with? You know, I'll work with them because, you know, I'm a high-level producer. And he is. He's amazing. He's an amazing producer. Like I've said, I've given him his flowers. Boiler Room set, unbelievable. Makes great music. Probably a sound guy. Would love to have a pint and a chat with him one day. Probably avoid calling him a cunt or showing him this podcast. But, you know, like, I think it's fair enough to point out these things. And in my head,
It just sounds aggressive.
maybe in my head, I'm like, it loses him a little bit of authenticity for me, just personally. And I know that other people will be the same, but I see like dance music in particular comes from the lower classes. It comes from people being too poor to avoid proper instruments back in the day and having to buy like keyboards that they could afford and creating music on it. That's where like house music came from in the first days. It was like rudimentary
I would be scrutinised
versions of
then.
disco. And then I would be like,
what do I have to know the history of music?
you don't
to
have
make
to,
music?
but it's like if you're making rock and roll, like for example,
Why can't
like,
you just make things to make things?
you can make things to make things, but I think that knowing the history about something or like at least looking into like where things came from is like if you don't do it, I feel like there's a level of ignorance to your like you lose authenticity. Well, I hate when DJs don't know where they came from. I
don't like the opposite of that, where you should know where you came from, and it's like, I'm just out here just trying to fucking be creative.
I mean, I don't look into the history of podcasts. Maybe I should, but like, I think that there's a level to performance and there's a level to stuff. Like, I think it's important to know your history. I think like, for the sake of stopping yourself looking stupid, if anything, like just know where it all came from. Fred again probably does because he's probably had fucking cello lessons since he was 3.5 years old. Like he probably knows the history of the cello, and then you know, I wanted to get back to making my own music. Luckily, by the time I wanted to do that, I'd already had like 15 number ones with Ed Sheeran. So, you know, I was kind of independently financially free. I didn't have to fucking work at Tesco. Soup again. But yeah, anyway, I've gone on far too long about this, and it's probably very boring for all our listeners who are all probably turning off because they're Fred Again fans. But, you know.
But you like Fred Again's music?
Yeah, I love his music. It's so good. I listen to it loads in my gap year. Oh my god, this would be the perfect soundtrack for, you know, we're at the waterfall in Parar. You know, we're just watching the babes, you know, in the tub. We'll put Fred on. It's so good that he went to like a proper school, you know, not fucking rough. Like, oh my god, like Bicep, Glaswegian, yeah, I don't know. I'm riffing now. What else have you got to talk about, mate? You've got me off on a fucking Fred Again angle.
No, it's I think passion is a great. You're passionate about this, and I like it. I mentioned his name once, and I just let you go.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thanks for bringing it up. What have I got before the end?
Dude, what do you mean before the end? We've been an hour and 24
I know.
minutes.
One
This
more.
is a great podcast. You want one more? Let's
more.
wrap it up after this then.
Mixed veg.
Yeah? What about it?
I want to open a vegetable
See
store.
a new DJ? Fuck Mitch Veg.
Mixed veg.
Veg Mix.
No, well, if he was anything, he would be a Swedish producer, Mixed veg.
Yes. What about Mixed Veg?
I want to open
Go
a
on.
vegetable store owned by a man called Mick. Welcome to Mixed Veg.
Brilliant. Yeah,
Sketch.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he...
Cool. I'm gonna start some Instagrams. So we need one to put Johnny Hammer's music out on.
Mixed Veg.
We also need Mixed Veg. We also need a separate account for Get Lit Creme, because Get Lit Creme's gonna pop off.
If you can even make an Instagram account.
Well, yeah, it's getting hard, but you know, there's all these socials we need to manage and stuff. It's very hard. Mixed Veg, coming soon to a town near you. It's organic, it's lovely, and it's run by a man called Mick.
Yeah.
We just need to
Mick
find
Hucknall.
one. Mick Hucknall.
Yeah. Mixed Veg.
Mick Hucknall.
Mick Hucknall.
Cooknall.
Mick Hucknall.
He's a cook.
Yeah.
He's called Mick.
Yeah.
Cook
It sounds like from that game we was talking about last week, Mixed Veg. They had a lot of characters like that.
Yeah.
Mixed Veg. We would do really well doing a game.
Maybe we should. I've said last week we should do a game.
We should... Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's an hour and a half. Let's. It's a bumper episode, everyone. The audio quality is awful, so we've gone.
It's not awful.
The audio
dude.
quality is worse, so we've gone for a longer episode. Hope you fucking love it. Hope you're listening on your gap year in Peru. Oh my god, it's either this or Fred again. I don't know.
What is it? Fred against Soup again?
Fred again, soup again. Oh my god, Fred again. He's working at a soup kitchen. My god, guys, he is so wholesome.
Stop talking about
I
Fred.
can't even.
Okay, I'm sorry I brought it up, okay?
Like, just.
Do you want me to end?
It needs to end.
Okay, all right.
I feel bad now because you've made me feel bad.
Do you want to go through what happened? I said the words, do you want me to bring... You said, don't, I'll only get on a rant. And I was like, okay, I'm just asking. And then you proceeded for 10 minutes to talk about the privileges of...
Privilege in music, yeah. I think it's a big, important thing, and, it should be recognised. And Fred against Dad fucks dogs. So... Truth.
Fred against Dad fucks dogs.
Fred against
Brilliant.
Dad buys... Put down XL bullies.
I just feel sorry for Fred.
fucks them.
I just feel sorry for Fred. I really do.
Yeah, in front of Fred. So that's his trauma.
Imagine you're just like shouting. He was like, I can't. He's just sat there going, I just make music, really. You're going, but you should give it back.
No,
give
no.
it back. Give me some. Hey,
Actually,
tell everybody. You should bring us all up. A fucking rising tide fucking floats all ships. And it's like,
a rising
wanna
tide
make
floats all
music, yeah?
ships. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is true, but actually, I don't want to because my dad, he fucks dogs in front of me, and that is my trauma. And
Actually, you don't know about my
And
trauma?
on stage at Glastonbury, when I say, "This is for my sister,"
oh my God,
you'll
dude,
never understand.
stop.
You never understand what we had to go through as children. Watching
The
my
thing is,
dad
for a
fuck
person
the
who doesn't like
corpses
really
of
like
XL
Fred again,
bullies.
you know a lot about him.
I did my research before I hated him, didn't I?
Or if you're gonna hate us for it, you know where it came from.
If you're going to hate something, understand
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I didn't used to like house music. I did a lot of research. I like house music now. I tried it with Fred again. I did a lot of research. I still don't like him, but his music's good. It's a fucking good Boiler Room, so you should watch it if you really want. If you've not seen Fred against Boiler Room,
The thing that got
send him a listen.
the thing that got me was how you said this one's for my sister, because genuinely that's what he does in his live shows.
This one's for your sister. Hi, Lindsay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll end it there.
Yes. Hi,
Goodbye.
Lindsay. Bye,
Yeah.
Lindsay.